pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty God, we ask you bless this governing body with an abundance of wisdom and understanding, so that in fulfilling their public trust, every deliberation will result in actions that will promote the common good and general welfare for all the people of Morris Plains. Amen.
Amen.
Notice the members of the governing body and borough staff, any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purpose of borough business. I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight, and we do have minutes. Ms. Berger.
I move that the minutes of conference, executive, and regular session from November 14th, 2024 be approved, and the minutes of the special meeting of November 14th, 2024 be approved.
Is there a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Which one? Oh, both. Yeah, sorry. Opposed? Abstained? Joe abstains. And approval of consent calendar. Ms. Berger.
Reports, sanitarium.
She read them together. I'm sorry.
Okay. I move that the minutes of the special meeting of November 14th, 2024 be approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Joe abstains. Moving on to approval of consent calendar. Ms. Berger.
Reports, sanitarium and police department, November 2024, the fire prevention from October and November 2024. Resolution 2024-163 entitled KFC, number 3495, Bishop McLaughlin Council raffle license, number 346-25. Resolution 2024-164 entitled Resolution authorizing the award of non-fair and open contracts for professional services for calendar year 2025. Resolution 2024-165 entitled Borough of Morris Plains Resolution requesting Governor Murphy to restore the municipal relief fund. Resolution 2024-166 entitled Resolution supporting amendment of the Fair Housing Act as proposed by the New Jersey Institute of Local Government Attorneys, NJILGA. Resolution 2024-167 entitled Borough of Morris Plains Resolution authorizing refund of $292,107 in relation to construction fees for permits 24038 and 24039. Resolution 2024-156, which authorized a one-year contract extension for uniform rental and cleaning services, be rescinded. Johanna Salema, 285 Mogus Avenue, North Plainfield, New Jersey, be hired as part-time teen center supervisor at an annual salary of $3,500, prorated effective December 1st, 2024. The mayor be authorized to sign the proposal between Spatial Data Logic, LLC, SDL, and the Borough of Morris Plains. Anthony Lagalante be promoted to the position of operator in the Department of Public Works and granted the appropriate hourly increase effective December 1st, 2024. Scott Damiano be promoted to the position of master operator in the Department of Public Works and granted the appropriate hourly increase effective December 1st, 2024. The following employees be granted permission to carry vacation time from 2024 to 2025, which shall be used by March 31st, 2025. Sergeant Michael Kelly, Police Department, 24 hours. Officer Nicholas Grower, Police Department, 12 hours. Officer David Kozakowski, Police Department, 12 hours. Officer Anne Marie Ferris, Police Department, 32 hours. Lieutenant Robert Guild, Police Department, 32 hours. Segal Rice, Police Department, 28 hours. Matthew Osborne, Senior Truck Driver, DPW, 40 hours. Craig Rolfe, Laborer, DPW, 40 hours. Karen Coffey, Building Department, 35 hours. The mayor and clerk be authorized to execute the agreement between the Borough of Morris Plains and the County of Morris for traffic signal improvements at the intersection of East Hanover Avenue and American Road. The program instructors attached be hired at the position, rate, and session date stated for the 2025 winter program. Borough Council authorized the release and return of an engineering review and inspection fees in the amount of $811.30 to Robert Azara, 49 Sun Valley Way, Morris Plains, New Jersey, for road opening 1011 for the Borough Engineers correspondence dated October 29, 2024. Borough Council authorized the release and return of engineering review and inspection fees in the amount of $603.68 to Luis Calle, 62 Maple Avenue, Morris Plains, New Jersey, for road opening 1003 for the Borough Engineers Correspondence dated September 26, 2024. Michelle Quick, Court Reporting LLC, be authorized to provide court stenographer services at various planning board meetings at the contracted rate. Paul Sambrowski be authorized to provide audio services at various planning board meetings at the contracted rate.
Is there a second?
Second. Yes, sir.
Second by Sal, roll call please.
Ms. Varga,
Yes.
Mr. Boone,
Yes.
Mr. Cortez,
Yes.
Ms. Goddard,
Yes.
Ms. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you.
Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and I open the meeting up for public invitation for discussion. State your name and your address, Mr. Bellomo.
Joe Bellomo, 34 Campus Place. How are you?
Good.
Good. So, I understand there's new planning board members that are gonna be appointed. Can you explain the process of that? How that
So
goes about?
every year, certain planning board members come up for appointment, depending on their class. So some are 2 years, 5 years, 4 years, whatever it may be. And, members come up, each year for that.
So do you go out to recruit, or how does that?
So the planning board is my appointment, except for the council who appoints, votes for the, council liaison on there. And I've had people come up to me, I have people submit forms, volunteer forms for me. And I do ask the people who are up for, an appointment if they'd like to return or not.
Is it publicly posted, or?
It's on our
Is it like
website with
advertising?
it's on our website with the, year and everything else that they're up, that their position is up for, yeah.
Okay. So a lot is changing in the town, and so the planning board is gonna be very important, obviously moving forward, especially with low-income housing and those developments.
I guess only if the court doesn't get involved.
Right, well, you never know. But I guess it's really important to, I don't know if you could recruit or how you could go about finding people, instead of people just coming up to volunteer.
I do ask people, I have found that, in my experience anyway, some of the people that come up to me and ask are very passionate about whatever they are asking me about volunteering for. It's somebody who wants to be engaged, somebody who wants to volunteer, somebody who wants to be part of the community, all those kind of things. So it could be any various board or commission that people come up to. So in my experience, those people have seemed to work out quite well and probably, best.
Do you have a tough time finding people, or is it?
Some years are tougher than others, and some boards are tougher than others, it all depends.
Okay. Separate topic, the ordinance that changed the drive-through for residential zone, is it possible to revisit that after this all goes through?
I'm sure anything is possible, yeah.
Is it something you would consider?
It's something that the council would have to consider, moving forward.
Okay. Okay, I got a little prepared statement.
That's fine.
Bear with me, I'm not a good public speaker.
Me either.
You're better than me. So, I want to start by recognizing the hard work and dedication of all of our current planning board members. We have some members that have been involved with the town for many years, decades. They've contributed greatly to our community, and I appreciate all the positive change we see today. As our town evolves, it's important to keep our planning processes open to new ideas and innovative thinking. I'm a horrible public speaker.
You're doing
I don't know why I get a little.
Keep it up, don't stop, take a big breath.
Yeah.
I read everything.
You want a water? Joe,
So just take a.
Joe, you want a water?
No,
You're doing good.
I'm just gonna shake through it.
Yeah.
Adding new members to the planning board can bring in fresh perspectives that reflect the changing need of our community. Thinking of the new housing laws, I would say is critical. New members should bring in innovative ideas, modern approaches to development, and a better understanding of current trends in urban planning, technology, and sustainability. Involving new people ensures that the planning board is making decisions that are relevant, not just for today, but for the future of our town. It's crucial that our planning reflects the needs of all residents now and in the years to come. I would suggest the committee consider ways to open up recruitment for new members, perhaps by broadening the search to younger people or those with different professional backgrounds, so we can ensure diverse viewpoints are included in planning decisions. I encourage the committee to discuss how we can open up opportunities for new voices to join the planning board, ensuring all perspectives are heard. I truly appreciate the committee's hard work and dedication to the town, and I hope we can work together to explore ways to make our planning board even more inclusive and forward-thinking. I got it.
Good.
Yeah, good job.
Nice job.
All right?
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, guys.
Are you
Appreciate it.
signing up?
No, I don't see how this was.
Hey, good job.
Anybody else? Seeing no one, we move on to reports of committees and or department heads. Finance, Mr. Wagner.
Thank you, Mayor. Giving a note on the consent agenda here with the mayor's signature. We begin a contract with Spatial Data Logic. It's a process that has been in the works for, we'll say, a year and a half, 2 years for the construction department. So thank you for that. They now come in, they have, including the contract, is 2 4-hour training sessions. So they're really excited to get started. And this will, in real time, connect every player of a permit from, presentation to CO. So they're really excited about that. So thank you everyone who worked on that. Construction official, members of the construction office, committee.
It was very interesting to get.
Certainly was. Nancy had a big part in getting the ball rolling, so we appreciate that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Public safety, Mr. Cortez.
Thank you, Mayor. First I'd like to,
I just want to give a brief about clerk's office. Sorry, just a report from the clerk's office really quick. Working on professional service agreements, end of year reorganization preparations, Shame Street parking permits, and continued Oprahs. Just want to also report that Nicole Saranita, our full-time clerk typist, has completed and passed the local elections class, and is on the 3rd of 5 classes, which is advanced duties of the clerk, on her way to deputy borough clerk status. So congratulations.
Nice
Very,
job.
very well.
Very nice job.
Are you finished now?
Yes, thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Cortez, public safety.
thank you, Mayor. First I'd like to start off, I always make my calls with Chief Rongo. As you guys know, he's also in the DPW, runs our DPW. So I asked him, how's everything going, if he had anything to share. He couldn't make it tonight. He said, all is well. So I asked him, is Santa okay for Sunday? He says, yes. So most of the stuff is covered. I don't know, Art, if you have anything for the fire department, but Kevin can't make it here tonight. But if you do, you can add it on your stuff. I also have a request from our Fire Prevention Bureau. In this regards, a deep conversation, because it touches the personnel manual. Our employees work from 8:30 to 4:30. His department is requesting if he can come in an hour earlier, so that he could meet some days with the inspectors. At first, my committee thought it wasn't an issue because it's the same amount of hours. However, the personnel manual clearly states 8:30 to 4:30 for full-time employees. So if we, I'd like to maybe talk about this at the next meeting. I don't want to take a lot of time up now, because I have one more with also the police department, and to see if we want to change the personnel manual for the one department, so that he feels that way, that it would be more productive if he could meet the inspectors. They start at 7:30 in the annex versus the 8:30.
What time do they finish? They're like 11?
Well, they're part-time. Sometimes they do 2 hours a
They're
day,
in and
3
out.
hours a day.
No, but so he's missing a big part of their day. The fire
The
inspector's
first
not,
hour.
yeah, the first
Yeah.
hour. It makes sense.
Well, we have one fire inspector,
He
the
did a great thing.
Phil,
Right,
yeah, different category.
Yeah.
There is someone there. The second request, and please jump in, John, if I'm going out of the thing. We have a request from our police chief for a possible contract. At first, when I got it, I gave it to our, my committee and for attorney review to see the pros and cons. I am not gonna talk about it, well, I don't wanna talk about it tonight. I wanna move with my committee, and I will have a representation for you on the 17th regarding that. There's two little things there that I'd like to clarify with my committee before I open everything up. Then, as far as police department, thank you, Mike. The end of the year reporting due to the county and state is being prepared. The police department is supporting the water authority on Stiles Avenue. I mean, it's almost, I can't wait till they get these, water things done all over town. They start on Monday, and he will be supplying officers for traffic direction and closed roads. And then the 14th, the department will add staff at Briarcliff Commons for traffic directions and police presence to deter problems. And, I think they're doing a really, great job. Fire prevention is doing a great job as far as, inspections. I mean, in October, we're talking about, October, November, 202 inspections. That's, a lot of work. It's just not going there, it's going there, taking pictures, looking up the codes, and then filing a report, which only one person can do, according to the state law. I learned that. And, I think that's all I have. I'd like to pass the mic to Mike.
Chief?
Good evening. As Councilman Cortez mentioned, yes, we're gonna start resuming our patrols of the 1711 Briarcliff Commons property at Route 10. Holidays hit excessively worse over there with traffic and need for police assistance with some incidents, so that's funded by Briarcliff Commons, so we'll be over there for the holiday shopping season and the added traffic that results with Uncle Giuseppe's for holiday catering, so we'll be out there relatively soon. As I mentioned in our last council session, shoplifting and retail theft is up in that plaza as well. We partnered with Coles, the Roxbury Township Police Department, the Morris County Sheriff's Office, and we did a 6-hour detail down there, but within 4 hours, we had 3 custodial arrests for shoplifting, saving $1,700 in loss to Coles Plaza, so we're happy to do that, and be looking forward to do that maybe some more in the future, but it was good to get the press release out before the Black Friday holiday for the shopping hectic that's down there. I don't know if you're gonna report on it, but I believe you're joining me tomorrow evening still? Or is that still up in the air for you for a night in the cold?
I will not be there,
Okay.
sorry.
In support of homeless individuals in Morris County, I'm sleeping out overnight at Wing Drive for the Center for Homeless Solutions.
You picked a heck of a night.
A $35 donation, but it's just to show our support for homeless individuals in Morris County, to see what their struggles are like and to express our support for them. And it can be a difficult lifestyle, and we deal with homeless individuals frequently, so I'm gonna put the shoe on the other foot, as they say, and see what they might experience for an evening. At the mayor's request, I met with Avenues in Motion 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago. We're gonna do some walkability, vehicle feasibility studies along Spiegel Avenue, a very busy corridor. And we're gonna do some continuing education for our senior groups, the Rotary and what have you. We look forward to doing that in the upcoming spring. Just a report for November. 53 medical calls responded to by our law enforcement officers, 20 motor vehicle crashes, 3 DWI arrests in the month of November, and 394 motor vehicle stops. That concludes my report, unless there's any questions, comments, or concerns.
I have one, Mike. When you met with Urban Edge, I mean, I go by Lowe's and they see that blue light, it's kinda like a deterrent. When I go there, I don't see anything on the poles, like, there may be cameras, but they're not as, visible as like in normal, or no, I should say normal, other areas, like I just brought up Lowe's.
Sure.
Did anything come up about putting these, those round balls with the moving camera inside of it?
There's some cameras there that we won't mention locations of, and I'm also in conversations about adding some additional technology down there with the property owners, so.
And that's what I meant to say, but I mean, when I go to Kohl's, you see the blue light, and not that I'm stealing it or anybody else, but it's like a deterrent. Like somebody's in there watching, whereas the ones that you're talking about are hidden. I understand, and they're probably well done, and I'm sure it's very well supervised and looked at. But like, more something like, a ball with, what I'm talking about, that they have, like in Atlantic City, a lot of times when they, you don't know what's in there, but people are looking. I think that would be a deterrent.
We'll have a conversation with
If you don't
Mr.
mind, with Urban Edge about, and they're not that expensive either, and, I understand the part about the camera can't be seen, but I think that when the camera can be seen, the thief's gonna think twice, or 10 times. Cause he says, no, I can see the camera and they're looking at me.
They rob the
Versus-
bank with cameras, Sal.
But it's amazing how, you know, the whole crime thing changed, like you watch the news today and, the crime is committed, the next thing you know, you see the guy's face because their cameras are everywhere. You know, so, you know, times have changed a lot. But thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
I just had a question about the drones, so I know that that's a hot topic.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to check, is the guidance still that if you see them, then that you either have a picture or video, that you send it to the sheriff, or the?
FBI.
We uploaded a press release to our Facebook page, yesterday afternoon, gives a reporting tip line, also, a website that you can upload videos and things to that nature, so it's still under investigation by the FBI. We're closely monitoring, obviously, as my role as county chief president, I get a little bit more involved with some of the higher level discussions, but still nothing further other than, you know, the FBI is monitoring, tracking, and investigating, so,
Thanks for the update.
thank you.
And just please express that, due to personal matters, I did plan on.
I figured it as much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Public Works, Mr. Broom.
So Sal asked me to just touch on a couple things with the fire department.
Thank you.
This Friday is our election night. Every year we elect our new officers from our president of the association, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and then downstairs with the fire department, we elect our fire chief, assistant chiefs, engineers, assistant engineer, and our first lieutenant and chief. So anyway, that's this Friday. And as Sal mentioned, on Sunday is the tree lighting, the annual tree lighting, and the fire department has always brought Santa on the trucks this year. The last few years we brought him on our ladder truck and we swing him over the kids, they get excited, we lower him down, he gets out and they tell them what they want for Christmas. So that's at 6 p.m. And then 12:22 is our candy cane run. We typically start at 11. Tell the kids, but there's 2 Santas that run around. We cover the town as quickly as we can, and but I know the cat's out of the bag. Anyway, so
Really?
So thank God our firemen have done it for years. So it's a lot of work and a long day, and it's a lot of fun. The kids love it. So that's a couple of items there. Then over to my committee, Public Works. Our DPW does a fantastic job. Kind of starting backwards, we had a little snow this morning and they were out salting and they did a great job. I live on top of Mountain Way, so it's nice to be able to go down safely. They've winterized our pool, the snack bar, any bathrooms at Simon's Park. There's 7 in total that they had to winterize. They picked up the Christmas trees for the garden club that they put out and decorate, which looks like down look beautiful, and the garden club does a fantastic job. They've collected 1,880 cubic yards of leaves so far this season, which is a lot of leaves. I don't know if you've seen the Misfit Island, I think they call it over there by the train station. It's our lights that are over by the train station. They always look great, so they put up a lot of the holiday decorations. They've cleaned up our properties with the leaves. They've set up many meetings for the planning board at the community center. We appreciate that work. We've done some brush rounds, picking up the sticks, and got the garbage, and worked on our police and DPW vehicles. And back to the fire department, we got 800 Christmas trees. The fire department and the VFW have done a joint fundraiser for about 25 years or so. We sold 325 the Sunday we got them, so if you haven't gotten your tree, come over quickly. This weekend we're hoping to sell out. So it's a great cause, and we enjoy working with our VFW in town. That's all I have.
Thank you. Public buildings and grounds. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Bill.
Thank you, Mayor.
Mike, Bill.
I have 3 items to update you on. First, Mr. Cortez touched on already, it's the Southeast Morris MUA will be starting on Styled Avenue next week. That also includes Homer Avenue, Carlisle Avenue, Central Avenue, Hawthorne Avenue, Maple Avenue, Diane Road, and Birch Drive. So there was there a meeting yesterday?
Yeah,
about
last
that?
night, I asked the water authority to have an information session last night, which they did, which probably around, I'd say 40 or 50 residents showed up to, and lasted little over 2 hours. I think all their questions obviously were answered in that time frame. But they gave a very good overview of the project and some of the responsibilities of the residents and what to expect, the timeline, and all that.
And good, I wasn't able to make it
Yeah.
to the conflict, meeting last night. Second item is the ongoing Tabor Road Route 53 warehouse project. So, the latest completion time is expected in about 2 weeks, we'll see. I don't know how urgent things are now, I don't know whether they have tenants to move in or not, but that's the new timeline, 2 weeks on that. Excuse me, and then the last is, the Tabor Road sidewalk project. We completed the plans and specifications, submitted them to DOT last week for review and approval, so we expect about a month's turnaround time for that, and then we'll be able to have to bid.
Good, fantastic.
That's all I have.
Super, thank you very much.
Do they have tenants for the warehouse, or we don't know?
Nothing that I know of, anyway. Public buildings and grounds, Joan.
Okay, just a few updates. So we had a successful Small Business Saturday, last Saturday. The farmers market team and downtown Morris Plains collaborated at our winter market. It was a great success, our last market of the season, and it was well attended. We had a few new holiday themed vendors, and it was very crowded and a great way to bring people downtown and really encourage that sense of community. Downtown Morris Plains gave away 2024 Ordinance to anyone that showed proof of a $10 purchase at a Morris Plains business. And they heard about lots of visits to Regalo, the diner, TFAB, that's where we got a lot of our receipts from, and more than 50 ornaments were given away. Downtown Morris Plains also received an incredibly generous gift from a family foundation as well, and several gifts for their Giving Tuesday celebration. And then their next business roundtable will be on January 27th, and they've created a private Facebook group for owners and operators to connect and share information. Just an update on the Morris County Trail Grant. We were awarded the grant for design and permitting, which is the first phase of planning for our community park trail. So I've shared at other meetings, it's a trail that's gonna be essentially going around Flurry Field, kind of up the hill, down past Field 2, and then meeting with the road. There'll be paths on the road, and then going around the tennis courts and behind the community center. So it's gonna be a journey, I would say, because it's a phased approach, right? So there's design and permitting, and then we would need to submit for the actual construction grant that would most likely be 26 or 27. The Centennial Committee is meeting. We've had a few meetings so far in 24. We're going to continue in 25 as we gear up to the 100 years in 26. We've been researching what other towns are doing to get some ideas. And we're starting to map out the different types of events that we want to have throughout the year. The good thing is that it's going to be a year-long celebration. And we're gonna tap into a lot of the great events that we already have, like Family Day, the block party, and other things. But we're looking for ways to add enhancements as well. So new things, new experiences for residents. So more to come on that as we move forward. Basketball opening day is at Borough School on Saturday. I think it's our biggest sports group in town, and always a fun event. So I hope to see you there. And then on Mountain Way School on Saturday, there's going to be a ribbon cutting for their new expansion and their new playground as well. So it will be great to go and see that. That is it for me.
Okay, public health, sanitation, and sewers, Ms. Berger.
Okay. The Board of Health they're having a first annual safe food handling course on December 9th at the Public Safety Training Academy from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's sponsored by the Morris County Division of Public Health, and it's open to the public. Reminder that the rabies clinic is going to be held on Saturday, January 4th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Borough Garage. Flu shots are available for homebound individuals. We got a question on it. Someone couldn't find it on the website. It was there, but we made it more visible now and easily searchable. So if anyone's looking for flu shots for anyone homebound, they're available. And as far as the rodent situation in town, they are continuing to monitor. They have not had any recent reports, but there were some trapped in mid-October in the vicinity of the area that's in question. The Municipal Alliance did not meet in, November, but they did meet in November. They had a Friendsgiving on 11/22, which more than 100 people attended, and, full of happy families eating, talking, and playing bingo together. Their stage fun show for 4th to 8th grade was the 15th of November. It was fantastic. Could you hug a cactus? It's called. Very heartwarming and funny. It was a musical. It was wonderful. One of the members of the Municipal Alliance, this is why I love that committee, they're very creative. They brought up the fact that scooter safety has been a problem in Morris Plains. Kids are riding them unsafely. And so that idea was tossed around, what could we do? How are we gonna get kids there? The kids who need to see it are not gonna show up. So they decided to incorporate a lesson into the lead curriculum at Borough School with the police department. So that is for 5th graders and 8th graders. So they will get a lesson on scooter safety, which is gonna benefit them and the whole community going forward. So it was a great collaboration. The Teen Center, as you saw on the agenda, hired a new supervisor part-time, Johanna Salima. We had our first staff meeting with her on Monday night over Zoom with Jake and Richie, and it went really well, so she's gonna be a great addition to the team. We're planning a Winter Wonderland event this Friday for 7th grade with hot cocoa. They're gonna build those little gingerbread houses, and they're gonna have an ugly sweater / PJ contest. Upcoming event at Menon Arena as well in the near future. Let's see. Recycling committee, they continue to host volunteer mornings for groups to help unload cars, and they earn $200 for their community groups while doing that service for the community. Clean Communities fall cleanups have completed 5 Girl Scout troops and 1 Cub Scout pack and All Seasons Garden Club for a total of 21 bags of trash and 1 bag of recycling. We have a couple more groups to go, and James is planning to reach out to you to see about having some of these groups recognized. I think they've done that in the past with Ellie. At next year, one of the meetings in the spring, to see if they can come and get some recognition for helping keep the town clean. Some of these troops are really committed to their areas that they keep clean too. Several of us attended the League of Municipalities Conference in Atlantic City. I was only there 2 days this year, the 19th and 20th. And one of the interesting sessions I sat in on with the mayor was a session outlining the resolutions that the New Jersey League of Municipalities is going to be sponsoring. And the members present would vote on which resolutions they wanted to pass. And some of the topics of these resolutions included a resolution supporting additional measures to combat auto theft, a resolution calling for the New Jersey legislature to pass legislation permitting municipalities to impose impact fees for increased school and infrastructure costs on developers for new residential units. Currently, when affordable housing and such is built, the town absorbs the infrastructure cost of those developments. So we're looking to be able to charge developers a fee for those infrastructure costs. Another one was a resolution calling for increased housing subsidies for people with special needs, and one urging Congress to allow expiration of the deductibility cap on state and local taxes, the SALT tax, and more. So it was a very interesting session, and really enjoyed that. Also attended an affordable housing legislation session and a session on electric vehicles for your fleet. And they provide a lot of the sessions also on, you can see videos or you can see the presentations and download them and review them if you weren't able to make them. So a lot of good info there, and I'm sure that the team brought back lots of great stuff for us to consider here on Morris Plains. I also attended a ribbon cutting yesterday for the office building across the street, 520 Speedwell Avenue, a new owner who did a beautiful job with renovating it and attracting new tenants. It's a great location here in town and a nice addition to our downtown to have that spiffed up. That's all I have.
Thank you. Ordinances and public utilities, Kathy.
Yes, Nancy, I just want to comment on that building yesterday, the grand opening. I'm sure the people in town saw it being renovated on the outside, and that made it look spectacular as well. Again, what you said about everything that's happening inside is beautiful. I saw some of the pictures from the man who is not the owner but takes care of the inside of the building, and there are pictures of pipes that you don't want to hear about or see about, and they're taking care of them, so it was great. It was great being there.
Excuse me, Kathy.
Yeah, totally.
Roseanne, can I hear you?
You always tell me that.
Well, she points
And
at
I
me.
never.
You don't have eyes behind your head, can't see those in.
Sorry.
Well, bring a mirror next time.
Also, I just wanna give you a brief update on some Girl Scout and Boy Scout happenings. The Girl Scout troop 96845, they are working for their silver award, and you've met them here at the council, Sophia, Viola, and El Dorineshi. They are still building that 9 square, they've, raised money, they have sold bracelets, and, they can't ask for money, but they've gotten quite a bit, and it's going to help them. They will be starting building that 9 square, I guess you should call it a game, an outdoor game, in the spring of 2025. And then there's another group of girls, Valentina Mazer, Caitlin Shinmugian, and Caroline Higgins, who are coming next, in 2 weeks, on the 19th, to tell you about their present plan to, earn their silver award. They've gotten all the okays from the Girl Scout Commission, and they, are looking forward to being here on the 19th to explain it to you all. What they want to do is, their plan is to build a, bike rack for the Morris Plains Teen Center house. And I thought you'd like to know that, and I think they're gonna enjoy being here. They're very excited. I saw them at school just today, and they're very excited about being here. Alex Calfaglu, he also was here giving his, presentation for his Eagle Scout rank. He built a memorial grave at the VFW that is absolutely gorgeous. And, Sal, I know they have you to thank for a lot of the things you did to help them with that, and Mayor Carr for the, donation of the flag for the new, I have to call it a memorial grave. It's not a fake, it's a fake grave, but I don't like to use that word, so memorial grave. And those girls that I told you about from Troop 96845 have worked with the Clean Communities, and they feel that Simon's Park is theirs.
Yeah.
And they get very upset when they, especially when they're much younger, when they see people leaving trash and food scraps or whatever all over the place. So it's really, it's heartwarming to see young people care about something like that and take such good care of things. Also, I was at the meeting with the, SMC MUA last night, and you stole my thunder, and you also stole my thunder, but, what I'd like to add is, it's called the Stiles Avenue Water Main Replacement Project, and you think it's only Stiles Avenue, but Stiles Avenue has a lot of other streets connected to it in that area, and I think there are 6 or 7 streets all together, and, there are 253 residences that will be, hopefully connected, all connected. But Mayor Carr, I have to say thank you, because I believe you organized that meeting, and I think it's gonna help make the difference between, I think the Glenbrook project was difficult, and people had a lot of questions, and there were a lot of questions answered last night. There was a lady who, did most of the speaking. Her name is, I had it just a second ago, give me a minute, sorry. Sophia Dyer, and she is the principal engineer of this project, I believe, and she answered questions. Now, I am certainly not capable of answering any of those questions, and I think everything she said was great, but the people had a lot of interesting questions last night, and they were answered. Also, Drew Saskowitz, whom we've met before, he was here. I know Sal and Nancy we all were there listening to Drew Saskowitz about the same kind of project, but it was going on in Glenbrook. So I think this is going to, save a lot of time and energy for people worrying about what's going to happen, because a lot of excellent questions were asked and answered last night. And I just have one other thing. I'm a volunteer at the blood bank, and our blood bank is no longer going to have, Saturdays for those who wish to donate, and that will be starting in January of 2025, and blood drives will only be on the 2nd Thursday of every month. I just thought you'd wanna know that. And that's all I have, sir.
I just wanna say one more thing. My dad is a resident in Denville of, an independent living facility, and he mentioned to me that our community band performed there the other day, and it was fantastic. So they make a big
They make
difference.
the service, it
It's
makes
really
people
nice.
happy. It's their concert's coming up here soon.
That's very good.
Wednesday or something.
They do a great job.
I tried to talk him in, he showed me, Larry Ripley, who was the leader of the band, showed me a picture of he and his family. One of the pictures was recent, when all of the family was in the picture, and he included, and they're all playing an instrument. And it wasn't just for show. And then he showed me a picture more recently, an older picture where the kids who are now out of college were standing in the picture playing instruments. And I've asked him if we could use those, and he just thinks it's a private picture and doesn't wanna share it with anybody. So I just wanted to tell you.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to introduction of ordinances, Ms. Kelly. Ordinance.
Oh! I was thinking of something totally different, I'm sorry. Here we go. I, Councilmember Keller, introduce the following ordinance and read the same by title and move that it be passed on the first reading. Ordinance number 9-2024. An ordinance to provide for the partial amendment, supplementation, and revision of Chapter 13 to Borough of Morris Plains Land Development Ordinance to amend the zone for 300 Tabor Road, Block 101.01, Lot 2.01, and adjacent Lot 1 from the R2 Single Family Residential Zone to the C1 Highway Commercial District.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dennis, roll call please.
Ms. Berger.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Mr. Cortez.
Yes.
Ms. Goddard.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you.
I, Councilmember Kelly, offer the following resolution. Whereas the above ordinance was introduced and read by title at this meeting on December 5th, 2024, and passed on the first reading. Now therefore be resolved that at a meeting to be held on December 26th, 2024, at 7 p.m. prevailing time, at the municipal building in the said borough, this council will further consider for second reading and final passage the said ordinance. And be it further resolved that the clerk of this borough be and she is hereby directed to publish and mail the proper notice therefore, including the ordinance, post the ordinance to the bulletin board in the municipal building, and to make copies available to members of the general public.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Nancy, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The ayes have it. This ordinance takes a single-family home out by Route 10 and Route 53, residential zone, and just changes it to commercial out here on Route 10.
I, Councilmember Kelly, introduce the following ordinance and read the same by title and move that it be passed on the first reading. Ordinance number 10-2024, an ordinance concerning salaries and longevity pay.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Ms. Berger.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Mr. Cortez.
Yes.
Ms. Goddard.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you.
I, Councilmember Kelly, offer the following resolution. Whereas the above ordinance was introduced and read by title at this meeting on December 5th, 2024, and passed on the first reading, now therefore be resolved that at a meeting to be held on December 19th, 2024, at 8:30 p.m. prevailing time, at the municipal building in the said borough, this council will further consider for second reading and final passage the said ordinance. And be it further resolved that the clerk of this borough be and she is hereby directed to publish and mail the proper notice therefore, including the ordinance, post the ordinance on the bulletin board in the municipal building, and to make copies available to members of the general public.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dennis, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The ayes have it. And this is just yearly housekeeping of keeping the ranges of our non-union employees up to date.
Excuse me. I, Councilmember Kelly, introduce the following ordinance and read the same by title and move that it be passed on the first reading. Ordinance number 11-2024. An ordinance providing for the partial amendment, supplementation, or repeal of certain fees set forth in the fee schedule of the Borough of Morris Plains, Chapter 2, Section 2-46, in the revised ordinance of the Borough of Morris Plains, New Jersey, 1972.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Art. Roll call?
Ms. Berger.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Mr. Cortez.
Yes.
Ms. Goddard.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
I, Councilmember Kelly, offer the following resolution. Whereas the above ordinance was introduced and read by title at this meeting on December 5th, 2024, and passed on the first reading, now therefore be it resolved that at a meeting to be held on December 19th, 2024, at 8:30 p.m. prevailing time at the municipal building in the said borough, this council will further consider for second reading and final passage the said ordinance. And be it further resolved that the clerk of this borough be and she is hereby directed to publish and mail the proper notice therefore, including the ordinance, post the ordinance on the bulletin board in the municipal building, and to make copies available to members of the general public.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dennis, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? The ayes have it, and this again is yearly housekeeping to amend our fees that the borough charges for various departments and services, either up or down.
I, Councilmember Kelly, introduce the following ordinance and read the same by title, and move that it be passed on the first reading. Ordinance number 12-2024, an ordinance establishing pay grades and fixing salaries and benefits for the Department of Public Works of the Borough of Morris Plains.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Nancy, roll call please.
Ms. Varga.
Yes.
Mr. Broom.
Yes.
Mr. Cortez.
Yes.
Ms. Goddard.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
I, Councilmember Kelly, offer the following resolution. Whereas the above ordinance was introduced and read by title at this meeting on December 5th, 2024, and passed on the first reading. Now therefore be it resolved that at a meeting to be held on December 19th, 2024, at 8:30 p.m. prevailing time at the municipal building in the said borough, this council will further consider for second reading and passage the said ordinance. And be it further resolved that the clerk of the borough be and she is hereby directed to publish and mail the proper notice therefore, including the ordinance, post the ordinance on the bulletin board in the municipal building, and to make copies available to members of the general public.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Art, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? The ayes have it.
And I apologize for this. This is ordinance number 8, which I will start, but I should have read this one first. I don't know, got to the back of my
No,
pile.
No, that's
okay.
right.
This
Second
was
reading.
okay.
Second
We're
reading.
good?
That's on
It's on the second reading.
Didn't get
Second
that.
reading,
It's
okay,
all
good.
It's all good.
Phew. I, Councilmember Kelly, read the title by ordinance entitled Ordinance Number 8-2024, an ordinance to appropriate $175,000 from the Capital Improvement Fund for the various improvements in and by the Borough of Morris Plains in the County of Morris, State of New Jersey, which ordinance was introduced and passed on first reading at a meeting held on November 13th, 2024. The mayor announced that the meeting was open for a public hearing on the ordinance.
I announce the meeting is open for a public hearing. Anybody wish to say anything on the ordinance? Seeing no one, I close the public hearing.
I, Councilmember Kelly, state that the above ordinance as read by title on second reading at this meeting be adopted and finally passed.
Is there a second? Second by Sal. Roll call please.
Ms. Varga.
Yes.
Mr. Broom.
Yes.
Mr. Cortez.
Yes.
Ms. Goddard.
Abstain.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you.
I declare the ordinance adopted and finally passed, and this is putting funds in place for new equipment for our road department and some upgrades and work to be done in the parks. We have no resolutions, no unfinished business, no new business. We do have vouchers. Mr. Wagner.
Checklist dated December 5th, 2024, in the amount of $2,554,009.87.
And is there a second?
Second.
Roll call please.
Ms. Varga.
Yes.
Mr. Broom.
Yes.
Mr. Cortez.
Yes.
Ms. Goddard.
Abstain.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we do have a need for another executive session. Nancy?
Be it resolved by the Borough Council of the Borough of Morris Plains on the 5th day of December 2024, that prior to the conclusion of this regular meeting of the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Morris Plains, which regular meeting has been open to the public, the Mayor and Borough Council shall meet in executive session from which the public shall be excluded to discuss matters as permitted pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12 subsections
B8.
B8. The time when the matter discussed pursuant to paragraph 1 hereof can be disclosed to the public is as soon as practicable after the final resolution of the aforesaid matter.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Joan, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, the ayes have it. We will be returning, I can't tell you when, but if you like to remain, you're more than welcome to, but if not, everybody have a good week, and we'll see everyone